Orenjpiko here, your 2D escape from the 3D woes. Welcome to my drawing vlog and chit chat. I just wanted to talk about my worries with starting to share art on YouTube, and I guess my worries with also kind of having in my mind starting an art business. I had this footage of me drawing, and when I put everything together, I was like, okay, 34 minutes. I don't know if people want to watch me draw with music in the background for 34 minutes, so what is something that's been on my mind that I can talk about? And very much so on my mind are many worries about sharing my art here and trying to plan to have an art business. So I guess just jumping right into it, one of my big worries is my skill level. So for me, I'm a self-taught artist, and I think because of that, I have this fear and self-consciousness of calling myself an artist. And it's funny because when I see other people that might have said, oh, I'm a self-taught artist, and they have like really cool art, I don't think twice about it. But for me, I don't know, I have these really rigid rules for myself that I don't apply to other people. I feel like I give grace to others and I don't give grace to myself. So one of my worries is, I guess, calling myself an artist and believing in my skill level. Obviously, I feel like, especially as a self-taught artist, I try to make sure I'm always learning, always practicing, and trying to sharpen and hone my skills. I've been drawing since I was a kid, and then there was a big gap where I didn't draw. I think that's something that I'd like to share in another video, like my whole self-taught drawing journey, and there was a big gap where I wasn't drawing. And I think especially because of that big gap, where not really that I gave up on art, but there was just like a lot going on, and I guess partially gave up on art just because of, I don't know, I guess like what I thought I was supposed to do or what I thought others wanted me to do. Sometimes I'm like, oh, do I deserve to like come back to this again? Especially when I feel like I wasted so much time. So I do feel like I'm very self-conscious about being like a self-taught artist that hasn't like given it my all, I guess, for my whole life. Maybe that is, again, maybe I'm setting that unrealistic precedence for myself. Like was I supposed to be doing it from like being born from the womb? Like, no. So I think like these are things I know, and I feel like it's hard because you tell people like, well, no, like don't think that way, and it's like, well, no, I know I shouldn't think that way, and you can tell me I shouldn't think that way, but I need to somehow convince myself that like, no, like as long as you keep practicing and like put your heart into it and believe in yourself and your work, then like it's okay to call yourself an artist, and it's okay to share your art with others. And I think, again, this is something I know, but it's something that I need to come to believe in myself. And something else that I feel like I'm getting over, but especially because of the way that I'm trying to share my art now, is I like always knew that I wanted to draw 2D men. Like I knew I loved it, and under like I did share art under a previous account on Instagram, but that account started with another account, and that account had, keep saying account, that account had a lot of my friends and family on it, and I have varying relationships with my family, and I do have a problem with sharing like my interests with people. So I think for a long time I was making or drawing things that I thought other people would be okay with seeing, but like I knew my message, I knew what I wanted to draw. I love drawing 2D men. Like maybe you think that's weird, maybe this is not the place for you, but I think I kept holding myself back a lot because of just people in my life. And I'm sure some people probably wouldn't have thought anything, but some people definitely would. So I think, I guess moving away from that is helping me to be less self-conscious about what I want to draw. And obviously I want to be less self-conscious about what I want to draw, because I'm really happy and excited to share my art with you. As hopefully you don't find it weird if you're here and you're still listening to me and you're like, yeah, I love 2D men too. So I think in doing this, like, I guess it's kind of leaving a worry behind, but it's like a trickling worry. But yeah, I'm excited to share my art with you, even though I mean, I guess if I were to share it with my family and friends, I would still be self-conscious about it. So I think I do want to get to a place where, for my family and friends, I don't know why I have like such an issue with sharing my interests with people I know, but like, I guess if it's someone I don't know, I'm like more open to sharing it. And I don't know if others feel the same way, but yeah, kind of that self-consciousness with people I know I want to get over. But I think in the way I'm sharing my art now, like, I'm very happy and excited to share my love of drawing 2D men with you. Another worry I have with starting to share my art on YouTube and potentially like starting, or I need to start being more affirmative and starting an art business, is just like my mental and physical health. I guess as a combination of mental and physically, it's just having enough time. Like, I'm not I'm not like a kid anymore. Like, I'm an adult, like, I have my dog, I have my boyfriend, we're like living our life, and it's like adulting takes up a lot of time. And I feel like when I was a kid, I didn't realize like how much, like, I helped around the house and stuff, but I didn't realize like how much time, like, especially, and I also work full time in a job that does unfortunately not involve art. So like going to your full-time job and then coming home from your job and then taking out your dog, and like you might have to obviously take your dog for like a long walk and exercise. Maybe some days you don't do that, but some days you do. And then I think as I'm getting older, like getting exercise for myself so that like I'm not like aching and crippled, and making dinner, and you need to go to the grocery to buy dinner, and then you gotta do the dishes, and then you have to do the laundry, and you have to put away the laundry, and you have to tidy up. Note from editing orenjpiko here. I just wanted to say, like, I hope I'm not coming across as being insensitive to people's situations. I know, like, everyone has varying circumstances, and I'm not trying to be like, boohoo, poor me, like I have to do laundry. Like, I know, like, people have lots going on, and I just thought these are kinds of things that most people just find annoying in their lives, but obviously you have other underlying circumstances and things going on. So I don't mean to be insensitive. I hope I'm not coming across as too complainy. And like, there's so many things to do that sometimes, like, I find on a work day, like, I go to work, I come home, like, but by the time you're done, like, shopping and dinner and everything, I find myself with, like, if I want to get sleep, that's like the other thing, like trying to get enough sleep. Like, if I want to get enough sleep, if I can even fall asleep, that's another issue of mine. Like, how much time am I getting to spend during the week during the week on art? Sometimes it's like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, and that's like if I'm lucky, if I'm, like, if I go right into it. And I feel like downtime is important. Like, I've tried before, like, okay, going to work, coming home, like doing the dog stuff, making dinner, and then like trying to get into drawing right away. And like, maybe there are some people who can do that, but I do feel like depending on your job, like, you do need some like decompression time, whether it's just like having dinner with like your boyfriend or your spouse, your partner, whoever, or just like reading like a book or watching an episode of something. Because then otherwise you just feel like you don't want to be doing something and just feel like it's like a chore. Like, obviously sometimes it is a chore, but like, if there's no enjoyment in it, then it's kind of losing its purpose. So I think as I've been trying to do this, I have been getting a bit overwhelmed with trying to have enough time for everything, because I feel like, I don't know if other people feel this way, even if you're like a student. Like, I'm not trying to say it's just for like adults in the workforce, like just trying to keep up with everything, like all these things that, like, things you should do and things like, I guess you kind of feel like are expected to do, in the sense of like, well, like, you should like exercise and stuff, but then it's like, dinner, and well, no, you should eat. You do have to go to the grocery store. So it's like, no, these are things like you have to do. But I guess maybe deciding like, okay, maybe I leave the laundry for today and I do it another day. But I think just trying to play it all out in my head, it can get a bit overwhelming, and then I feel guilty if I like, I'm passing out and I fall asleep and I didn't get to work on whatever my task was, like for my art related stuff for that day. So yeah, that is a big worry of mine, is just trying to like figuring out the best way to manage everything. However, I do feel like the more I practice, like I think it is practice, the more I practice trying to get into the swing of things, the easier it will become. Like I think especially like, I do want to talk later on about like tech, like the more I learn it, the better it will be. So I am like worried about managing my time, but again, I think it'll just be practice. But it is something, I think for me, I don't know, it is a big thing. Like I try to do a calendar, I tried to do a planner. In the past I was like very much into like an agenda and like blocking out very specific parts of my day, but I don't know why I can't do that anymore. So for me, it's just like a calendar on the wall with big ideas, and the broader I leave it, I think the easier it is for me to try and manage everything. And not that I do everything by myself, like my boyfriend is very helpful, but I think even like we both work full time, so both of us trying to like manage everything and do everything, it is kind of difficult. But I mean, like, I'm not trying to be a complainer. Like, I'm grateful to even have like an hour to draw a day. So I'm trying to be grateful, but at the same time trying to manage everything. But yeah, mentally and physically trying to manage everything is a worry of mine that I want to get better at. Even mentally, like just trying to think of moving forward with pursuing art as a career. I think it's something that I've tried to move forward with a few times, but kind of ran away from. Like I definitely have my many reservations about like my career choice, and I have like a lot of regret, like wondering like would I be having such a hard time balancing everything if I had just like been true to myself when I was younger and spoken up for myself and advocated for like what I wanted to do. Would my life be different? And I have so many regrets, but I think it's okay to have regrets. I know some people say like, oh, like no regrets, like you shouldn't regret anything, but I think that's wrong. Like I think it's okay to regret like your life choices. However, I think like what you do with that regret is what's important. Like I think that you should, like personally, like I tried to use my regret for my old self to like use it as fuel to like drive myself forward. I want to like show my past self that like, no, you don't have to be that way, you don't have to stay that way. And every time I think about, well, even a bit of myself now, but especially like I guess the decisions I regret, like going into my career and everything, like telling myself like, okay, you did it, you can't change it, but like we can make it better. Like we can get to a place where you do feel like happy with yourself and happy with what you've done. So like mentally, I try to deal with my regrets and try to deal with like, you know, it is what it is. Like you did what you did, you decided like your life beforehand, but like how are you moving forward? So I am regretful for sure, but I'm trying to use that regret to move myself forward. If it is something like people would be interested in, I do want to like make a more specific video about my past art failures and I guess how many times I've tried to do different things with art. But I guess for now, for the sake of this video, I just want to like leave my, in terms of like my mental health and physical health, I want to just leave my regret and leave like the anxiety about my past choices behind. And I just want to like take action and like follow my heart and do what I want to do, because the amount of times I've tried to like, I guess, be passive and just like be like, okay, like this is my life, like this is being an adult, like you just have to do what you have to do. The amount of time the amount of times I tried to do that and I just failed, which I guess I'm happy I failed at, because I don't want to live my life the way that I was living it before. I have something I want to share with people. I have art I want to create, and as ridiculous as it may sound, as drawing 2D men, like it's what I love and it's what I want to share with others, and I want to get to that point where I feel like good about my life and I feel happy about what I do every day. So yeah, I think I would like to share like more specifically about my art journey and failures, but like again, overall I just want to kind of get past that point of regret and anxiety about just what I've done in the past, and I want to move forward and I want to be like proud of myself and proud of what I share with you, and hopefully you enjoy what I share too. So I guess moving on from that heavier topic, I guess to a couple of lighter topics, we'll say. I'm also worried about articulating myself, like especially in these kinds of videos. I'm definitely more of a pen to paper, like getting my thoughts out on writing. I'm a big texter, like I don't call me on the phone, and I will like send you large paragraphs where I am clearly trying to like explain what I want to say, but when you like speak to me in person, I'm just like, hello, and that is all. So I think trying to clearly articulate myself and talk about myself in a positive way. I feel like I'm also very self-deprecating, like no, like I'm the worst, like no, I'm so stupid. But I want to, again, I guess this also kind of ties into mental health, but be more confident and speak proudly of what I want to share, and just get better at sharing my ideas and being positive about my ideas as well. I think my current practice is I do write it down. Like I don't write a script, but I write. I think I've heard that some people do write scripts. Again, for the sake of time, I think I would love to, but I unfortunately cannot write like a word by word script. I just kind of write like an idea down, and then I try to expand on that idea. But yeah, I do write notes down, and then I try to go from there, and I try not to stutter or ramble. And I feel like I am a bit self-conscious about my voice. I think sometimes I don't even know how my voice will sound. Like sometimes it sounds very high, sometimes it's very like low but like scratchy. So I'm very self-conscious about how I sound in these videos. But see, my voice is going all weird right now, and it's not that I don't drink water. I don't know, in my job I talk all day, so like hours and hours of talking. So I don't know if by like the evening my voice is just kind of tired, so maybe that's why. But I am self-conscious about I'm worried about how my voice sounds, as well as, see, my voice is being weird again, as well as how I'm articulating myself, and hopefully I can do it in a more positive, confident way, and not so much in a self-deprecating, I have nothing good about myself to say kind of way as well. I had to stop the recording there and just kind of cough it out and take a drink and start again. But hopefully it sounds better than the last one, where ironically I was talking about being self-conscious about my voice. But the final thing I want to share as a worry about sharing my art here on YouTube are my tech worries. I am, as you can see, more of a traditional artist. I know how to no, I'm not going to say I know how to use. I've used like digital art in the past. Like I've used Procreate before. Currently, if I do something digital, I use Clip Studio Paint, and my laptop is like also like a touchscreen that I can draw on. However, my knowledge of digital art is like using Microsoft Paint. And I'm not gonna hate on Microsoft Paint. I loved using Microsoft Paint as a kid. Like, I was on there, like, once I discovered that, I was like, whoa, like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, it's like I'm drawing like I'm like it's something like from TV. Like, I think what I always loved about like watching cartoons was just like how things were colored in. Like, it was so solid, like it was so like beautifully colored in, and I'm like, I can't like recreate this with markers. Like, I can't recreate this with crayons or like pencil crayons. And then once I got onto Microsoft Paint, I was like, whoa, this looks like I colored in something like it's from a cartoon. However, that is the extent of my knowledge with digital art. So I know how to draw like line art, and then I know how to fill it in. I don't even know the fancy way. Like, I normally, like, I just draw, if I'm filling in, I draw around the outline, and then I just drag and drop a color in and hope that works. But I know there are fancier ways to do that. So I am doing digital art like I'm on Microsoft Paint. So can I do it? Yes. Do I know how to do it well? No. So I think the more I am trying to do, I mean, I'm like gonna stay doing traditional art, but I think the more I try to expand my horizons, like, it is inevitable to learn like something else as well. So traditional art is my number one, but in terms of like digital, I do think it's something that will help you expand and grow, and it never hurts to learn something new. But I am worried about it because I'm not someone where technology comes easily to me. I find technology so difficult, and I think I probably do things like the harder way because I don't know how to do it the other way. And like, when I see a video or like instructions on how to do something new, I just get overwhelmed and I'm like, oh, forget it, like, it's too much. So I think technologically I'm a bit worried. Like, when it comes to, I guess, getting like wanting to improve my skills with digital art, but then also, I guess, not that I want to start drawing digitally, but in the sense that, I guess, like, scanning art and like fixing it up on like Clip Studio Paint, like, that's currently my program of choice. Like, I guess, make that for now, that's my main concern. I just scanning my traditional art, and then I guess having it ready for a digital file if I were to turn it into a print or something. So that's something that I need to learn more about. I don't think it's incredibly difficult, but just with my current technological levels, it is something that I am worried about. As well as like YouTube. Like, I have come, like, I made this video, I've come a very, very far way for me, and I think I'm just doing like the bare minimum here. I'm sure there's like so much cooler ways that I could probably be editing videos, and like maybe the sound could be crispier and like the picture could be better, but like there's many things for me to learn, and like I don't want to overwhelm myself again with like trying to find time to do everything. You can't do everything at once, and I think that's something I'm like trying to deal with. Like, I wish I just was more technologically inclined, where it's like, oh, like making and editing a video, no problem, like I got this out in like an hour or something. But like, Lord have mercy, like trying to like set up like the camera to record, and then like the microphone if I'm not doing a voiceover, I guess if I'm talking like as I'm recording, and then like just everything. Like, I just find it very overwhelming, but like I think it is really cool. Like, it is cool, like I love learning new things, and I'm like really proud of myself for like learning how to edit a video, and like learning how to like set up, I know it sounds silly, like setting up a tripod and like setting up like a camera stand thing, but yeah, it's added to my problem of having time. But like I think it's really cool, and I really like holding this little microphone with the little fluffy thing right now as I'm recording this audio, talking to you about my technological problems or learning technology. So it is cool, and like I feel like a cool techie person. I'm like, oh, I'm in like the Matrix here, like typing away like some kind of computer person, which I'm obviously not. Like, I'm just always on YouTube, like how to this, how to that, how to this, how to that. So it's a learning curve that I think comes with a lot of, again, worries. And sometimes I do get very frustrated. I'm like, forget this YouTube, forget these videos. Like, I just can't get it. But I think it does something for, like, my confidence to learn it and overcome it, and, like, learn little, like, hacks here and there to make things easier. So, yeah, technology is definitely a little hurdle, but it's, as much as I'm like, oh, like, technology, I hate it, like, it is kind of cool to, like, learn how to do these things and, like, get better at making ways to share my art. So hopefully as time goes by and I make more videos, maybe of better quality, you can see that I've improved, and maybe I'll share my improvements with you. And I guess my final worry is that I'll leave you with. I didn't think I would have enough to talk about, but I guess I can be quite talkative. My final worry is over researching and over practicing. I love to, like, practice art and learn. Like, I love learning from art books, like instructional books. I think that would be a cool video to share as well. Like, I feel like I have a decent amount of instructional books, but I'm the kind of person where I'm like, I need to prepare, I need to prepare, I need to prepare. And will I do something? Yes, but, like, not that I've wasted time preparing, but it's like I'm over preparing because I'm scared to start. So that is a worry that I have, because I'm like, oh, I need to research, I need to practice drawing, I need to do research about, like, websites, I need to do research about technology equipment, I need to do research about, like, how can I make, like, prints with my art, how can I make, like, this or that, or how to, like, run a business, because, like, in my line of current work, like my current full-time job, it has nothing to do with art, it has nothing to do with, like, running a business or anything. So I just feel like there is a lot for me to know, and I do feel like there is a lot to prepare, but, like, I'm the kind of person where, because I'm scared, I, like, use the guise of preparation to not start because I'm scared to start. So that is something that I think I'm getting over, I need to get over, and I'm slightly getting over. I need to do more, like, doing, take more action, and not make so many lists and not make so many spreadsheets. And when I say spreadsheets, again, me not knowing technology, I'm like, I treat spreadsheets as, like, column 1 and column 2. Apparently there's all these cool things, like, my boyfriend has showed me, that you can do with spreadsheets, and I'm like, wow, I don't know if I'll ever know how to do this myself. Like, this can be your task if I need a really cool spreadsheet, or, like, I should learn it myself. But yeah, I need to, like, take action, and I need to stop, like, over preparing. I need to prepare enough where I'm not, like, going into something blindly, but I need to prepare and then just do it. So that's, like, a worry that I have. I think I'm just gonna keep trying to, like, prepare and make lists and research, which is great, which is 100% great, but you can't prepare forever and not do anything with your knowledge. So I'm gonna keep practicing art and learning more about art, like drawing and, like, bot anatomy and everything, and I'm gonna keep researching, like, how to start an art business, and researching, like, how to, like, different ways to do merchandise and stuff. But I want to start, like, doing. So that's kind of my goal, along with my worries. I think what's been helping me the most, as, like, aside, I have, like, a few more minutes to talk before this drawing vlog ends. So what's really helped me is having a really big calendar, like, on the wall. I initially got it for my job, but for, like, various reasons I don't need it at my job anymore. But, like, I just put, like, I like that I can see it and it's big, and I can just see, like, what I kind of not vaguely, but, like, in big idea terms, like, what I want to do for the day or for the month, or what my overall ideas are. So I'm going to keep going with my big calendar, and I'm going to try to keep a positive mindset and I'm gonna try and get over these worries and share my art with you and my message and have fun and make connections. And yeah, so these are a lot, I guess, a big ramble of all of my worries, but I'm gonna stay, like I said, I'm gonna stay positive and try to like take action and move forward and have fun and be happy. That's kind of like, I'm not a resolution person, but it's kind of what I'm hoping for this year, to just feel happy and like good about life. But yes, I thank you so much for watching. I didn't even talk about what I was drawing in this. I do have a video. I should have a video up about this already. It's just me working on my YouTube banner that you see on my channel. But you should check that out, I guess, if you'd like. Maybe I will figure out how to link the video and you can watch it if you'd like. You should watch it, hopefully. I invite you to. I think it's good. No, it is good. I'm being positive. It's good art, and if you like 2D men, you should watch it. But yeah, I'll kind of let the rest of the video go if you just kind of want to see me finish up this piece. And I just want to say thank you again for watching. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.